The Walk-In Arts Center is a part of a five-part program for the little town that could, Schuylkill Haven Borough. This was brought about through a strategic planning session that the borough had approximately 5 years ago. And at the time, it was determined that while this is a lovely little town, people wash their sidewalks on the weekend and they fly the American flag. The problem is that many of our residents are on fixed incomes and they are older. Consequently, in order to revitalize the downtown area, what we really need to do is to get people off the interstate highways, off Route 61 and 78 and 80 and 81, and to bring them into town and to show them what a lovely little town this is. So what developed was this five-part program that started with Penn State, includes the river, with the plans for the river to emulate what has happened with Jim Thorpe, where the river becomes canoeing, fishing, even swimming areas. The Island Project, which is well along on its way. If you go over there now, you'll see lovely baseball fields and football fields, a great pavilion where people enjoy picnicking in the summertime. And there are plans for an amphitheater over there. The fourth part of it is a downtown area, the downtown merchants themselves, and they're working very hard to beautify the downtown area. And the Walk-In Arts Center is the fifth part of that. Walk-In Arts Center really was an idea that came about after some conversations that we had with Albert Boskov and his group, who are developing downtown Reading in a way that people will feel comfortable strolling there on a nice warm summer evening. There are bistros planned for there, coffee shops, and one of the key attractions is the Wilson Eyeglass Factory, which has been renamed the Goggle Works. And the Goggle Works is an art center down in just off Penn Avenue in Reading, which is the prototype for the Walk-In Arts Center. In fact, we have engaged the executive director of the Goggle Works, Diane LaBelle, to be a consultant for our executive director, Nina Schmidt, so she can have the benefit of Diane's experience and develop it so that it's great not only for the artists but also for the visitors who come there to see the artists at work and also to purchase their wares. The Walk-In Center consists of really several parts. One is teaching, and that's already housing 2 classrooms, one for Penn State, one for the Schuylkill County Educational Council, and those classrooms are also available for education programs for the Walk-In Center so that we can acquaint people what our local artists are aware, and there's an awful lot of talent in this area. And to show that, as well as to show art from other areas. Our executive director is actually a Venezuelan who is promoting art not only locally but also from Central and South America. So teaching is an important part of it. There will be a multi-purpose area there that can be used for dances, can be used for weddings, can be used for company board meetings. Multi-purpose truly means what it is. It is a large, very attractive area that can be used for many different facilities. One of the big things is going to be just to display the works of the artists. There's going to be a large gallery area there where people can come and see a number of our local artists and the works that they've done. There's also going to be a museum. The museum is going to show how the canal, which used to be right where Parkway is right now. The Schuylkill River was diverted from the Parkway area to where it stands right now. We want to show how the canal was so important to the industry in our area as well as transportation in our area. And the museum will reflect on that as well as tell a lot about the borough of Schuylkill Haven as well as the entire surrounding area. So it's going to be quite an attractive place to spend certainly several hours, and when it's finished, I think that you'll find that it is a draw to many people to come to see Schuylkill Haven and to see what a wonderful little town it is. I can kind of sum this up best if tell you about an experience that we had when we had the councilman who wanted to meet Diane LaBelle and get a better idea as to exactly what we were talking about. And Diane had arrived a little early for our meeting, and when she talked about her experience, she said, there's a little pond that you have down here, just down about a block away from you, and we said we call that Stoyer's Dam. And she said, next to that, there's a picnic area, there's an amphitheater. She said, if you do this, I can see people will come and start their tour there with a nice picnic lunch, and possibly there'll be some entertainment there. And they'll walk up to the Arts Center and begin their tour there. So with that, we were starting to drive out for lunch, and we were on our way down towards towards Augsburg. And she said, drive up by the library, and we did. And she said, if you do this, I can see artists will come here, there will be book signings, it'll be a great draw into this particular area. She said, now drive up the main street. We drove up the main street. There were signs in the windows that said for rent and for sale. And she said, if you do this, what's going to happen is there are going to be coffee shops here. There are going to be art galleries here. There are going to be bistros here. You're going to change the whole complexion of this downtown area. And I guess if you ever got excited about trying to do something, that to me just was the spark that set everything off. I think it's going to be a wonderful project. There are so many good people who are involved in it, and I'm just very happy to be a part of it. So thank you very much.